this video, I'll demonstrate how to use a wrapper VSP project to manage and display multiple VSP building project files. One reason you may want to do this is when you have multiple buildings on a site and you want to easily manage the details of each building in a separate VSP project. Another reason to use this feature is if you have a multiple story building and you want to keep each floor in a different VSP project file but view all the floors at once in 3D view. I'll start by setting up my site map by loading a DXF map file. I'll choose Open Map from the main toolbar and choose the file beach.dxf. All the files I'm using should have been placed into your My Documents Visual Sample Plan folder when you installed VSP. If you need help loading a map file, refer to video M100. I'll choose OK and No Text. Next, I need to add my buildings to the site, so I'll navigate to the menu item Map, insert Building Footprint, and then I'll select the buildinga.vsp project file. You see a wireframe representation of the building. This allows me to place it on the site. This map doesn't really correspond to any of my building files, I'm just using it to illustrate the concept. I click where to place the footprint on the map. Once placed, you see the new Building Footprints section on the layer control. You can manage the building footprint from here, or you could click the footprint on the map view. Let's look at the building footprint properties. The location properties, X, Y, Z, and angle, allow you to finally place the footprint on your site map. I'll change the angle to 45 so you can see how that affects the map. The Z offset is useful for elevating individual floors of a multi-story building when each floor is in a different project file. You can also select the footprint on the map view and drag it to a new location. You can change the angle by grabbing the rotation knob and dragging it to a new angle. Another property shows the name of the footprints project file. It also shows whether the file exists. If the project file has been deleted, renamed, or moved, VSP will say the file does not exist, and you'll need to locate the file for VSP. I'll demonstrate by renaming the project file to buildingx.vsp. When you return to VSP, you can see a question mark beside the Building A footprint, indicating it can't find the project file. If you select the Building A footprint, you'll see that the File Exists status now says no. There are several ways to correct the situation. One way is to click on the Open File button. You can also right-click on the building footprint on the layer control or on the map view and select Open Project File. You can update the status without opening the project file by choosing Refresh from Project File and then selecting the file. Clicking the Open File button opens the VSP project file so you can work on the building design. I'll turn on all the rooms by clicking on Default Map under Sample Areas a couple of times. Then I'll apply some samples by navigating to the menu Sampling Goals, Non-Statistical Sampling Approach, Predetermined Number of Samples, and I'll put in 100 samples and click OK. I'll close the project and save the changes. When I return to my footprint project, you can see there's an asterisk beside the Building X footprint. This means the footprint needs to be updated from the project file. To do this, right-click on the footprint on the layer control or the map view and select Refresh from Project File. The properties are now updated with the sample design, number of samples, etc. Now I'll bring in another footprint to my project by navigating to Map, insert Building Footprint, and select ToFloorBuilding.vsp. Checking the box on the layer control shows or hides the footprint on the map view. The footprint that's highlighted on the layer control is also highlighted on the map view with a darker color and black lines around the individual rooms. Switching to the 3D view shows all the buildings in their relative positions and elevations. I'll increase the z-offset of the 2-floor building in order to show how that looks. The features that I've demonstrated should help you to more easily manage, visualize, and edit large, complex building designs in VSP.